Which show is actually better between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones came first and lasted for 8 seasons. House of the Dragon is just getting started with 2 seasons down and a 3rd season on its way. Fans who have tuned into both shows are weighing in with their opinions about which one is actually better than the other. One social media user posted a question asking, "Does anyone else feel House of the Dragon is better than Game of Thrones?" With how Game of Thrones ends, going back and watching it now makes the rest of it feel a little pointless since we know where it's all going. House of the Dragon, however, has a bright and undefined frontier in which it can go anywhere, and even end in a satisfying way. Someone responded by saying, "I love House of the Dragon, but I still find Game of Thrones more rich in characters, plots, and storylines." Another person argued, "House of the Dragon is definitely not better. Better than Game of Thrones Season 8? Yes. But better than Game of Thrones as a whole? Nope." Someone else with an objective opinion chimed in with, "There's also a level of predictability to House of the Dragon, which is the problem with prequels. We already know what's going to happen, which is what makes the prequels difficult to do. Where House of the Dragon excels is that it has really fleshed out aspects of the world that Game of Thrones was limited in doing." Another fan who's writing hard for Game of Thrones wrote, "Early Game of Thrones seasons had overall much better and tighter writing. It had better characters and world building, and some of my favorite scenes are of characters just having conversations." A separate fan who prefers House of the Dragon chimed in with, "I think the show has such a bright future ahead of it, mostly because you can tell the people behind it earnestly care about the source material and want to do it justice." One thing we know for certain is that fans of both shows definitely seem to be a bit divided over which one is better. One topic some fans are mentioning is that Season 8 of Game of Thrones was a major disappointment. Tons of viewers agree that Game of Thrones didn't offer an ending fans generally wanted to see. Since House of the Dragon is a show that's been created as a prequel to Game of Thrones, the crew in charge of bringing it to life are likely doing their best to avoid following in those same disappointing footsteps. When it comes to Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, which of these shows do you prefer? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.